Ah, you got my letter? Thanks for meeting me. My good friend Dulif of the Mages Guild is in danger. I can't protect him from the Firesong on my own. A circle of druids that usually stick to their own island. Lately, however, they've been turning up all over and attacking people. I hoped I was done with them after Earth and Root Enclave. But Dulif spotted... I'm a historian. Dulif's helping me trace the movements of the druids of Galen after they left High Rock in ages past. I'm not familiar with this land, so Dulif went on ahead. Now he's in trouble. Can you help? I'll find a way to reward you.
Over here! Just getting a charcoal rubbing of this tablet.
Dulif! Ifri's grace. The Firesong didn't get you.
You know better than to worry about me, Laurel. But look, I found something.
Fill in our friend. I'll keep watch back here.
I asked Laurel to find capable help, and it looks like she delivered. Exquisite. The name's Dulif of the Mages Guild. I managed to give those craven Firesongs the slip earlier, but I'm sure glad to have you with us now. Look what I found. An ancient tablet. The carving's as old as Tawaka's tail, but the symbol at the top represents the Druid King. And the pattern suggests some sort of ritual. But I'm not sure about the other three symbols. Weirds, maybe? No idea. Earlier, I met with a Beldama Weiris. Thought she might know something about why the Druid King visited the Weirds before leading the Druids to the Sisters. She needed time to recall the stories, but remembered this tablet and sent me to examine it. No idea. That's why I made this rubbing. Why don't you take it to the Beldama camp near the Weird Tree and show it to Weiris Tola? Maybe it will help her recall any stories about Weirds and the Druid King. Druid Laurel... The camp is just to the west of the Beldama Weird Tree. I'll stay with Druid Laurel and make sure she gets there safely. Let's hope the Weiris has remembered something, or can at least tell us more about the carvings on this tablet. I'm not entirely sure. When I asked her about stories concerning the Druid King and the Weirds, it was the first thing she remembered. Like the Druids, they mostly keep an oral history, so this tablet must have special meaning. By sand and seas. If they are, they've been looking in the wrong place. After I wrote to Laurel and gave them the slip, I haven't seen them since. But they're still out there. I can feel them in the wind. We might look an odd pair, but Laurel and I go way back. She pulled my carcass out of the sea after I shipwrecked off the coast of Galen. Had the Stone Lord Druids take care of me. After that, I stopped being a pirate and charted a new course. I owe her more than just investigating the path of the Druid King, but she's my friend. She showed me that there was more to the world, more to me. And after what happened at the Enclave, Firesong dogs. Them being here can't be a coincidence.
We'll meet you at the camp shortly, friend. I want to take a look at this tablet first. Another druid! Are you with them? Stay back!
What happened here?
Druids call themselves the Firesong? They attacked us. Blight and thorns! Please, friend, talk to her and find out what happened. First, those druids arrived in force. Call themselves the Firesong. And now you show up with the mage who spoke to Weiris Tola and another druid? Are you here to attack us too? The Firesong leader, Archdruid Michiel, demanded that Weiris Tola come with him to open the... How did he phrase it? The Druid King's ritual site? When she refused, they attacked. They took her away. No. But if you really want to help, find Weiris Tola and bring her back safely. Druids haven't been seen in High Rock since the Weird Tree was just a shrub. So when they appeared, we took interest. I'll mark the locations of their camps on your map. Tablet? No, I've never seen this before. The symbol on the middle, that's similar to one we use to represent nature. And the one on the bottom left looks like a version of the Beldama symbol. As for the other two, I don't know what they mean. It all happened so fast. He said something about needing a Weirus to open the path, and I know he mentioned the Druid King and a ritual site. Things I'd never heard of until the mage arrived and asked Weirus Tola about them. Yes, Weirus Tola spoke fondly of your friend. He asked if she knew any stories about the Druid King meeting the Weirds long ago. She seemed to know something, but she wanted to consult the other elders. Maybe that's why the Firesong took her. Only recently. We were curious at first, not concerned. Frankly, most of my sisters thought druids were just myths. I certainly never met one. When they started setting up camps, we just wanted to keep an eye on them. Maybe that was naive.
Firesong camps on the mainland? We need to figure out where they took Weirus Tola.
Stay here, Laurel. I'll follow our friend, but stay out of their way. Let's go see what the Firesong are up to.
You're back. What of Weirus Tola?
Did you find anything? Do you know where they took Weirus Tola? Please, discuss among yourselves if you must, but I...
Roots and thorns, confound it! What took you so long? I had half a mind to go after the two of you myself for a moment there. Did you find anything? Do you know where the Firesong took Weirus Tola? Is she all right? Hagfen? The marsh to the northeast? Well, if the Firesong marked a location on their map, it must be important. We need to head there and fast. I don't trust that path trader Archdruid Mishiel to not hurt the Weirus. Did you find anything else? Orders. Let me see that. Archdruid Orlaith is one of the most respected elders in the Firesong Circle. But why did she send Mishiel here to get a nature spirit? We have plenty of our own in the archipelago. Anyway, interesting. We druids use totems and fetishes in our rituals. Does this serve a similar purpose? And what's this word inscribed here? Free. Never heard of it. We have no other choice. We need to see if the Firesong took Weirus Tola to Hagfen. The mark on the map is quite clear. Shouldn't be too hard to find that spot in Hagfen. I wonder what's there. I'm sick of being one step behind those blighted cowards. First, they tried to take our sacred seed, and now this? What does... The sacred seeds were given into the care of the 3 druid circles by Druid King Kasserine to keep and guard until the time they would be needed. That's what the prophecy says, but the actual meaning has been debated for centuries. The dream of Kasserine. I've been fascinated by the stories of the Druid King since I read the prophecy inscribed on the Telling Stone. Of course, each of the circles interprets its meaning differently. Just one of the many things we disagree about. Who knows why those foul sacks of root rot do anything? Obviously, they wanted to take possession of the Stone Lord's sacred seed. But why they want to acquire a nature spirit from the mainland? I have no idea. Maybe we're all just chasing legends.
There's a cave near that spot on the map, over on the eastern shore. We never go there. My sisters say it's haunted.
Haunted? Great. I'll bet that's it then. We'll meet you there.
Clear a path ahead, friend. We'll follow behind you.
belong to the Firesong. The prophecy decrees it.
Down there, hurry!
Time to die.
No! Stay back! Bah! I don't have time for distractions. The second ritual site awaits.
Where is Tola? Are you alright?
Ah, Dulef. You and your friends arrived just in time. Thank you. Thank you for coming to rescue me from that druid villain. Your arrival undoubtedly saved my life. But you were too late to stop the Archdruid from completing his ritual. I think this is all related to the stories your friend Dulef asked me about. After consulting with my fellow elders and listening to the Firesong druid prattle on, yes. In one story, the Beldama Weirds worked with Druid King Cassarain long ago to consecrate this place for a ritual. Did Dulef find the tablet I pointed him to? Ah, just as I remembered. The pattern depicts a ritual, though one I am unfamiliar with. The symbols represent the Druid King, the Beldama Weird, and the Glenmoral Weird. And the one in the center. I believe that's the spirit Archdruid Michiel seeks. I believe it's the ritual depicted on the tablet, but in reverse. It shows the Druid King and the Weirds consecrating a place for a nature spirit. The Archdruid's ritual desecrated this site. Now he's off to do the same thing at the second site. Not specifically, but if the Glenmoral Weirds assisted the Druid King there, then it must be somewhere in Bankurai. The Archdruid will require another Weirist to access the ritual site. Then, if he completes his spell, he can summon the nature spirit.
The Glenmoral Weird. Let's discuss our next steps. So the Druid King didn't just meet with the Beldama Weird to perform a ritual. He had the help of the Glenmoral Weird too? And the Firesong somehow knew this as well? Blight! Was I the only one who didn't know about this? We need to stop them. As sure as rain's hands showers give rise to Second Seed's flowers. Let's hurry to Bankurai and find that Glenmoral camp the Weirist told you about. We need to keep Archdruid Michiel from desecrating the second ritual site.
Perhaps I can help. Let me create a portal to Bankurai. It should deposit you close to the Weird camp.
Much obliged, Tola. Clear skies to you.
Stay back, Druid. Your threats of violence are not welcome here.
Please, I'm not one of the others you encountered. My friends and I are here to stop them.
Oh, really? And why should I trust you? You travel with a druid, stranger. The last druids that entered our camp were quick to violence and stole one of our sisters away. They said they needed her to open a path. I don't wish to see any more blood spilled, but if you're with them... Odd. I wasn't aware there were such distinctions. But if you're not with these Firesong, then why are you here? The Beldama sent you? Well, you're too late. The druids took ElderScrollsOnline with them. If you really want to help, I'll tell you what I know. The druids seek a nature spirit. A very special one that has been asleep for a very long time. Let me have your map. The Archdruid asked about an ancient ritual site, one we only know through legends. It lies somewhere deep within the sunken road. I marked the entrance on your map. If you truly... The Glenmoral Weirds know this ancient spirit only through stories and legends. It sleeps in a ritual site hidden within the sunken road. Please, find the site and save ElderScrollsOnline. The Archdruid, he seemed to enjoy hurting us. We have some stories about the spirit that sleeps beneath the sunken road. They mostly revere and venerate the spirit, which the stories call free. Interesting. I just remembered a verse. Awake free when the barons in ivy robes need you most. It's an old saying. The druids we knew embraced so-called civilization. They were as bad as the city dwellers. Weirds seek the beauty of unmarred nature, isolation. The stories give the impression that the druids of old found our ways unsavory. No. To be honest, we hardly even think about druids. They've been absent from High Rock for centuries. Our stories talk about a singular entity, the Druids of Galen. I suppose I should have realized they'd form subgroups. The Weirds certainly have.
Thank you, Eris. We'll find ElderScrollsOnline and stop the Firesong, I promise. No! We were too late! Archdruid Michiel killed ElderScrollsOnline. We need to get inside and stop him now!
My apologies, poor lass. Rutka, help us avenge her death. Tuwaka watch over us. Stay on guard.
Someone approaches. Guard the ritual site.
Destroy them, my Earthsong! Soon, the power of this ancient spirit will belong to the Firesong.
No pressure on telling.
ancient spirit for the Firesong, just as the prophecy dictates. Witness the power of Firesong. You and that blighted Stone Lord. Why must you interfere?
Well done, Saber. Archdruid Michiel didn't stand a chance against you.
Friend, help me release the spirit.
Right. Awake. The flesh fades.
Spirit! Can they understand us?
Loud. Too loud. Writhing.
Set's tears. Friend, maybe you could talk to the spirit? They seem confused.
Awake. Sap. Flowing. Roots. Stirring. You dug me up. I was asleep. Seasons and seasons. Plucked like a flower from the dream of the green. A promise whispered in petals needed. Yes. Free. Keeper, nourisher, the flower grown and given form. Dreamed by the green long ago, I am. The king spoke, the weird sang, and free became free. Bright. Too bright. Purpose. Free has a purpose. But the memories are unclear. I am the tender, the nourisher. Gentle hands mend the ground. Awake now. But where? Who? Blood warm in the soil. Away! Sunlight on leaves, please!
Free? I'm a druid. I'll take you someplace safe after I talk to my friend.
Like the Druid King? Sunlight on leaves. Yes, Free will go with you.
We actually did it. We learned why the Druid King met with the Weirds before leaving High Rock. It was to summon this nature spirit. But as to their purpose, that remains a mystery. Perhaps the Stonelore Elders can help me figure it out. We need to return to the Glenmoral Weird Camp and let them know what happened here. They deserve to hear about Weir's Sorsha from us, as well as about the fate of Archdruid Michiel. We can discuss our next steps back there after we give them the news.
Let me open a portal for us back to the camp. Here we are. We could bring Free to the Mages Guild. I'm sure they'd be safe there, Laurel.
No, Dulaf. I think I need to take Free to the Stonelore Circle. They belong with the Druids.
Free belongs with Druids. Yes. Yes. Purpose and stone. Rain and sun.
Like I was telling Dulaf, I want to take Free to Galen, an island in the Sisters Archipelago. They should be with the Stonelore Druids. If anyone can help them find their purpose and keep them safe, it's us. After their actions here on the mainland, I wouldn't put it past them. The Firesong revealed themselves as the path traders they are. I need to warn my circle and get free to Galen. Take this, friend. Maybe we can work together again in the future. I hope Free feels comfortable on Galen. I know the Stone Lord Druids will do everything we can to help them and make them feel welcome. And I hope to see you again, my friend. You should visit us on Galen the next time you travel to the archipelago. Free was asleep for so long. They need time to adjust and remember who they are. And to figure out the purpose that the Druid King and the Ancient Weird had in mind when they summoned them. On Galen, they'll be safe among the Stone Lord Druids. That's a good question. We work with nature spirits all the time, but Free is unique. They're connected to our past in ways I can only guess. I'll do my best to make sure my people help Free in any way we can. It's a beautiful island in the Sisters Archipelago. Galen may be less tame than High Isle, but I like it. House Mornard oversees the main city of Vastir, but the rest of the island is wild and free. In that wilderness, the Stone Lore make their home. No, not like you mean. We have enclaves, small communities of druids working together to keep the true way. We have a larger camp which should serve as a safe haven for Free. At least until we...
Galen. Purpose folds into the leaves. Druid whispers. The song softens. Thank you. The roots twist, release, undone. Question. Kindness. Curiosity. Awake and asked, plucked and guided. Galen will tend, will prompt. Free was made for druids. The nourisher goes where they need them.
You and your friends are welcome to recover here in our camp, but I ask that you don't linger longer than you need to. That spirit, I fear you'll make us more of a target. We've lost enough here today. Please, just leave us in peace.
House Mornard needs adventurers! Who? Why, it's you! I should have known you'd turn up on Galen. Good timing. We have plenty of trouble to go around today. I took a post as mage for hire to Count Mornard, but he needs all the help he can get. And he pays well for it. The usual. Well, more than that. Galen's beset by sea elf pirates. But these aren't the usual isolated raids. House Mornard's defending the Isle as best they can, but their knights are stretched thin, and the druids are too distracted to lend a hand. Some quarrel among the circles. Never seen the druids so at odds before. But if you're willing to help, go talk to the Count's son, Sir Stefan. He's just outside Vastir, leading the effort to drive off the Sea Elves. What do you say, sailor? Sir Stefan is outside Vastir with Lord Baccaro, the leader of the Society of the Steadfast. Which reminds me, I've got the healing herbs he asked for. Give these to Lord Baccaro, mate. Now I'm off. Got Sea Elf raiders near Windrak Fort to deal with.
The Steadfast are here to aid those harmed by the Sea Elf attacks. I have no knights to lend you, Count Bernard, Sir Stefan.
We'll have to handle the Sea Elves ourselves then. I don't know what's keeping the Druids.
You place too much trust in those ivy-robed beggars, Stefan.
Well, if it isn't Lady Arabelle's talented assistant, I might have guessed that Galen's troubles would draw you here. What can I do for you, my friend? Ah, thank you. We're short-handed, and I haven't had anyone to send for these. As you can see, the fighting on Galen has caused no end of suffering. And most of the victims are simple farmers and townsfolk, not soldiers. Damn those Sea Elf pirates! For the most part. There have been some incidents among the Druid circles, too, but the Sea Elves are definitely the biggest threat. Talk to Sir Stefan Mornard. I'm sure he can find a use for someone with your obvious talents. Young Sir Stefan is over there with his father, Count Mornard. They will readily accept any assistance you're willing to offer. Now, if you'll excuse me, the Society of the Steadfast's work is never done. The Mornards are neighbors, so to speak. Count Leonard sent word to me about Galen's troubles with the Sea Elves. I have many responsibilities on High Isle, but still, I had to help an old friend. I am trying to be in two places at the same time as best I can. It involves frequent voyages from Vastir to Gonfalon Bay. Fortunately, I can trust Lady Arabelle to look after the Alliance leaders when I must be absent.
Well met, adventurer. If you're looking for work, I need all the help I can get. Sea Elf raids are nothing new on Galen, but never have they attacked in such numbers. The whole southeast shore is under siege. I'm not sure. Most Sea Elves are pirates. Easy plunder is what they're usually after. But the Dreadsails are more determined than any Maormer I've seen before. Whatever their goal, we must push them back. Hand me your map. I've received reports of Dreadsails near Windrack Fort, the village of Tuin and Suncleft Cove. I need you to investigate these sightings and chase off any Sea Elves you find. Let them know Galen won't go down without a fight. Not as ready as I would like, friend. We don't have enough knights to protect the whole island, but I need information even more than I need soldiers. Find out what the Dreadsails really want, if you can, and where they plan to strike next. All three locations I need you to investigate lie to the east. Chase away any Sea Elves you find at the fort and the village, and see if you can figure out what they're up to at the cove. Report back to me in Vastir when you're done.
Over here, mate. I thought I might see you here. Looks like a band of Sea Elves got ashore and seized the fort. Now more of those sea dogs are on their way. I was hoping for some Druid help, but they never arrived. So it's up to us. I spotted more Sea Elf warships brimming with reinforcements. Luckily, the fort's ballistas are intact. Get to the ballistas and stop those ships. That will give us time to deal with the enemies who already made it to shore. I'll see if I can rally the knights and get the wounded back on their feet. We'll need them to hold the fort once you stop the reinforcements from reaching the shore. Meet me on the bluffs north of the fort when you're done. Take a right when you get into the fort. There's a path. Nice work, mate. Your aim was impeccable. Well done. These dreadsails may be fierce, but they lack loyalty. Even though they've got numbers on their side, they won't stick their necks out for their mates. You've done your part. We can deal with the stragglers around Windrack Fort, now that they've got no reinforcements coming to support them. Your work's just beginning though, mate. I fear the seas ahead will be rough for all of us.
Light, what a slaughter. I didn't expect to see you again so soon, friend. But I never refuse the gifts that Ifray is willing to give me. I came to help the Eldertide Druids, but I was too late. This battle is already lost, Blight take it. Sir Stefan's a dear friend of mine and practically a druid himself. We studied together under Archdruid Raval when we were younger. It's not unlike him to worry about the druids, even the Eldertide. The Dreadsails happened, but it makes no sense. The Eldertide have no riches. Druids don't care about such things, and they command formidable magic. What pirate attacks a target that can fight back for no obvious profit? Druids choose their own paths. The Eldertide of High Isle are bitter, resentful. But as long as the Mornards don't push into Druid territory, the Eldertide of Galen are content to live in peace. It was foolish of the Dreadsails to provoke them. That's strange. It makes me wonder what the Sea Elves really hope to gain by these attacks. Let's look around. Watch for anything that looks interesting or out of place. With any luck, we can figure... A lore keeper? What relic could they be searching for?
Too many damn folks out here.
The candles are still burning. The Eldertide Druids who tend this altar have not been gone for long. Let's take a look in the lodge. There might be something about the relic there. Archdruid Orlaith, what are you doing here?
Confirming a suspicion, little Laurel. Archdruid Raval was right to call the Drafer together. Tell him the Firesong will attend. The time has come to gather the seeds. The prophecy of the Druid King is at hand.
The seeds? Is that what this... Oh, Blight. She's gone. Friend, we should talk. Root and rot. That was Archdruid Orlaith, leader of the Firesong Circle. I think I know what really happened here, and I don't like it at all. The relic the Dreadsails sought is the sacred seed of the Eldertide, a gift of the last Druid King. Each circle was granted one. That's what Archdruid Orlaith meant by gathering seeds. Could she be the druid mentioned in the Dreadsails' orders? Maybe. I'm not sure why they wanted to wake free, but other Firesong tried to take the Stonelore seed right around the same time. And now this. Archdruid Orlaith mentioned the Druid King's prophecy. Could that be what this is all about? Not as far as I know. The seeds are mentioned in the dream of Cassarain, the prophecy of the last Druid King. The Firesong seem to believe its time has come. The other circles, not so much. Perhaps a council of druids, elders from all three circles. Archdruid Reval of the Stonelore has summoned the Dreyfa to address grievances against the Firesong. But up till now, Orlaith ignored him. Tell Stefan about this. Pirates aren't his only problem.
Single sea elf bested the lot of you? She hit us like a storm of steel. Didn't kill anyone though, just put us in the sand. Can you believe this? I came to check on my knights when I found them indisposed. House Mornard's finest. Pah! Now, who are you? My knights tracked a band of Dreadsails to the cave here at Suncleft Cove. As they tell it, however, a single sea elf tore through them before they could search inside. Didn't even bother to kill them. Just knocked them senseless and left them here. Right, that was in my report. Since Sir Stefan sent you, I could use your help. Scout the cave. We have to find the prisoners and free them. I'll follow once my knights recover. Just watch out. The sea elf who beat them is somewhere inside. Remember, we think the Dreadsails have prisoners in there. Maybe some knights, but certainly druids from the nearby village. Find them if you can and set them free. We'll join you as soon as my knights recover their senses. Coric's the name. Banneret in the service of House Mornard. My family has proudly served the lords of Galen for generations. I'll bring these murderous sea elves to battle and defeat them, or die in attempt. Oh, not familiar with knightly ranks? Do they do things differently on the mainland? A banneret is the equivalent of a captain in my order. A knight who commands other knights. Looks like I've got some work to do with these louts, though.
This one has the information I seek. We simply need to extract it from her. I'll take her with me to the keep. Dispose of the rest as you wish, but do not tarry long.
No, please! Don't hurt them! You only need me!
Slack, you and your Sea Lord aren't fit to call yourselves Maramer.
Stay your hand, stranger!
This sea elf saved our lives. I told the fool knights outside I wasn't their enemy. Do you have more sense than them? You're willing to talk? At least you're smarter than those knights outside. I suppose Sea Lord Nalos and his scum have taught the people of this island to fear anyone with blue skin. Understand this. I don't answer to that foul beast. Captain Siravane of the Gilded Blades. You'd call me a pirate, I suppose? But I'm not one of Sea Lord Nalos' traitors, and I'm not involved in all this druid foolishness. You look confused. Must be from the continent. Yes, I'm a Marmer. Well, they're not captives anymore, and you and I need not be enemies. Sea Lord Nalos is my quarry, for reasons of my own. But I'll tell you this much, mercenary. Nalos seeks some sort of druid relic. Calls it a sacred seed. I'm not sure. That slimy eel escaped and he took one of the druids with him. Probably thinks she can take him to that seed. No matter. I'll find him. Warn your allies about the Sea Lord, mercenary. Galen isn't safe while he lives.
Sea Elf escaped. Too bad. At least we can get these druids to safety. We'll handle things from here. Return to Vastir and report to Sir Stefan when you're ready.
Walked off.
These sea elf pirates become more brazen every day. When is House Mornard going to do something?
You know, House Dufort never has these problems on High Isle.
That's not entirely true. There are those incidents within the Ascendant Order.
We tap our toes along the streets, and we never think to
Your people are in as much danger as everyone else, Galfin. Sea elves make no distinctions when it comes to staging raids.
I didn't say we weren't, Dame Fada. But the Stonelord can fend for themselves. We always have.
I'm
Ah, here's our mate now.
Well met, friend. Dulef tells me you handled yourself well at Windwrack Fort. Now, what news of the other two locations? Laurel seemed troubled when she returned, but she went to find Archdruid Reval before I could speak to her. A good thing I sent you to Tuin, then. The Eldertide rarely need or want our help, but I'm glad we could provide it. Still, why would the Dreadsails take prisoners to the Cove? When Sea Elves take captives, they usually sail off and demand ransom. The Dreadsails are working with a druid of the Firesong Circle? The Firesong usually have nothing to do with outsiders, let alone Sea Elf pirates. And now I understand why Laurel seemed so worried, and why the Dreyfa has been summoned. What madness! A war among the circles is the last thing Galen needs right now. I've been invited to observe the Dreyfa. I'd like you to tag along. Find Laurel in the Vine District here in the city. If she agrees, you can join us. The Vine District lies on the east side of the city near the harbor. It's a small druid conclave. I'll join you there shortly. I need to confer with my father and send scouts to search for Sea Lord Nalos while we attend the Dreyfa.
Hello again. What brings you to the Vine District? I hoped to see you again, my friend. But I need to prepare for the Dreyfa. The Elders really must deal with the strife that has come between the circles. You know, that's not a bad idea. Few outsiders are permitted to attend the council meetings, but you can attest to what we saw at Tuin. The Firesong Circle is willing to use force to gather the 3 sacred seeds, and that's just wrong. The last Druid King gave 1 seed to each circle long ago. He also gave us a prophecy, the Dream of Kasserine. Some Druids consider it a warning, but Archdruid Orlaith and others believe it's a call to action. Meet me at the Telling Stone, the landmark near the center of the island. It would be easier to simply show you the prophecy, and it's close to Dreyfadel. Besides, Free might be there. They will want to see you again.
day is upon us. The Dreyfa must crown a new Druid king.
Perhaps. But you have no right to claim the sacred seeds by force.
You hide your seeds and keep the sower of Cassarain's dream for yourself. You declare this war, not the Firesong.
No Druid king can be crowned until the circles are united. The telling stone is quite clear.
This Dreyfa is a sham. If I must burn away the old to reveal the new, so be it!
Orlaith killed most of the Dreyfa. She's getting away!
Laurel, wait! Damn! I'll go after her. Fred, protect the remaining Archdruids.
Teach these snakes a lesson, mate! Help keep Raval and Edling safe!
Thank you, Mainlander. Now, go help Laurel and Stefan.
Go on! I'll keep watch here.
Life is forfeit.
The Eldertide will make Orlaith answer for this outrage.
She has young Stefan. We must tread carefully, yet, thanks to this Mainlander, we still live.
We must inform Count Mornard. I won't tell Archdruids what to do, but you're welcome in Vestir.
Orlaith was going to take me, but Stefan intervened. He put himself in danger to save me and protect my circle. We need to tell Count Mornard what happened, and then we have to help Stefan. Archdruid Orlaith never intended the Dreyfa to judge her actions. Root and rot. She only agreed to come so she could have the Dreadsails kill the Archdruids. She meant to leave the Stone Lore and the Eldertide crippled and without their leaders. So I see. Thank you. That was more good than I could do. I chased after Orlaith and ran directly into her hands. Worse yet, I brought Stefan right to her. Now the Firesong Circle has a hostage. I don't know, but Count Mornard will be furious. Archdruid Orlaith might demand the sacred seeds in exchange for Stefan. Or she could make House Mornard stand down until her allies collect the seeds for her. This is bad.
I can't believe the Firesong betrayed us. Attacking the Dreyfa. How will that bring the circles together?
The Firesong will answer for this crime, Galfin. By House Mornard's honor, this I so swear.
I don't want vengeance, Feda. I don't want more death. I just want my friends back.
And now my son is in their clutches? We should have left these foolish druids to their squabbles.
Ignoring someone doesn't mean they'll ignore you. We need the Eldertide and the Stone Lord to meet this threat, and save your son.
Dulev tells me you played no small part in repelling the Dreadsails and foiling an attack on the Druid Council, mercenary. Has the Firesong Circle truly made an alliance with the hated Sea Elves? All this trouble over druidic nonsense? And it led to the deaths of 4 Archdruids? Unbelievable! But I wouldn't expect Sea Elf pirates to bother with an alliance that doesn't pay in plunder. What does Sea Lord Nalos get out of all this? Typical. A druid who doesn't believe in property generously giving away something that doesn't belong to her. When last I looked, I ruled Galen. Did Archdruid Orlaith say what she wants from me as a price for keeping my son alive? I had no interest in Druid quarrels until she threatened my son. Bah! Stefan warned me something dangerous was afoot. I should have listened. Here, House Mornard always pays its debts. There's more to come if you continue to aid us, mercenary. I refuse to let Galen's enemies dictate my actions. Yet I dare not move directly against the Firesong Circle or their Dreadsail's friends, as long as they're holding Stefan hostage. What say you, mercenary? Ready to earn some more House Mornard gold?